Hey there, my name is Daniel Folk. I'm with Classic Promenade, and joining me today is Bob Templeton. Bob is the owner of this 1962 Chevy Corvette Resto Mod by SRIII Motorworks. Today we're going to go over some of the exterior, interior features of the vehicle, as well as the drivetrain, get it up on the lift, and then take it out for a test drive. So let's get to it.
I bought it from a guy that started it, I guess he started 7 or 8 years ago, and he got it 90% complete, and then his girlfriend, he decided to get married, and his girlfriend says cars are for driving, not for working on, so she didn't want him to take the time to finish it. So he sold it through a local dealer here, and I bought it from them about 90% finished, although none of the body work or the paint was done on it. All the mechanicals were done on it, and it was a running, driving car at that time. But I gave it to Gary Bennett, who's an NCRS judge here in Phoenix and a restorer, and he took it all apart, and we had the body painted and the frame painted, and then put it back together. And I've had it for about, I guess, maybe 2 years now, and haven't driven it hardly at all. It's an LS3 motor with a Tremec 6-speed transmission. It drives wonderfully. I never insured it, so I never took it on the road. Just kind of ran it around our little industrial park here. But it's a great car, and a build that would probably, if it was at Barrett Jackson, probably sell for between $250,000 and $300,000. It's that level of car. It's a great car, and probably the best one in my collection.
When we had it up on the lift, it looked like everything under there was spotless. So, I mean, that's a testament to the mileage being as low as it is. You said you'd hardly driven it.
Yeah, it's basically a zero mileage car. We test drove it. That's about it. I'm not sure what's indicated on the speedometer, but it's basically a zero mileage car. It's been test driven, and again, it runs really well with that LS3 and that 6-speed. It's a pleasure to drive, and if I keep the battery charged up, it starts every time reliably.
Right, so beginning with the exterior paintwork, chrome work, all body panels fit together really nicely. The paint has a tremendous amount of shine and luster to it. I mean, it still looks like a brand new paint job. I noticed hardly any imperfections at all. Down here on the front bumper, I don't know if you can see that, there is a small abrasion mark right there. That was the only imperfection I was able to find on the front chrome bit. If we go up to the hood, I don't know if you can see, there's a very small stress crack right there, and that is into the paint. Looking at it on the back side, it doesn't continue through all the way. So I mean, it's not a catastrophic issue by any means, but it is a bit of a cosmetic blemish there. But I mean, this paint is really, really perfect. I don't see swirl marks. We've had it outside and in direct sunlight, and it really does shine and stand out, you know, exactly the way it should. There is, right here, a small little nick. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm splitting hairs pointing out stuff like this because it is so insignificant, but it is nonetheless there. Likewise, around back, I did not notice any sort of imperfection or blemish on the back of the car. The exhaust tips still completely shiny. No real carbon buildup whatsoever. They look great. Chrome work on the back, likewise, completely free of any scratches or blemishes that I've been able to see. And just very quickly, a glance down this side of the car as well. Excellent paintwork, chrome work. The wheels shine, no signs of curb rash. I didn't see any paint imperfections on this side. And, you know, even in the gas cap, clean, ready to be enjoyed. So my mistake, I'd mentioned earlier that they're roll-up windows. They're actually power windows operated under the dash right there. And look at that, that's a power window. Thanks, Bob. Also, this is original. This is a factory C1 windshield rather, so it does have the mounting points for both hard and soft top. Likewise with the clips here on the back. The one thing that this car does not have is the rear mounting screw down points for the hardtop. If you compare it to this C1 over here, you'll see that this deck lid actually has 2 mounting points. That's for the hardtop. This car does not have that. However, the hardtop kits that we have sourced for these vehicles do come with the appropriate mounting hardware, and it is something that we can drill in and mount as well. So putting one in, the soft top roofs are manually operated, and it would sit in here, and this is something that we can install for the next buyer. On the interior, everything in here really well done. It's tidy. As we see when we get out on a test drive, everything works and functions the way it should. There's no stains, no rips, tears, anything unusual in this car. I mean, it's really well done and really well put together. One of the other great things about this is that steering wheel is obviously aftermarket, as is the steering column. It actually, if you are familiar with driving some of the other, Corvettes of this era, the steering column sticks out quite a bit more and has a very big steering wheel on it. This shorter steering column and shorter steering wheel really makes for a much more comfortable driving experience for taller people, without having to push the seat back or take up the space for the folding roof. Also, one other thing I need to mention on this is the steering wheel does tilt. So for even more, driver comfort, really a nice thing to have over a stock factory steering column. My examination of this engine clearly is brand new. Very little to any signs of wear whatsoever. This engine compartment is truly spotless. Quite frankly, I mean, there's a little that rubs out. The paintwork in here is great. Very minimal amount of abrasion on some of the latching points. Battery is clean. Really cool how you can see the tubular chassis underneath through the engine bay. That's a neat feature. And again, all very tidy, very clean, really well done in here. So we've got a cold start on the engine. Go ahead.
Forgotten how quick this car is.
Yeah.